Alright, so yesterday we checked out Josh Bay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we checked out Josh Bay yesterday. The video was super fire, and he was talking about Nmix's unique style of music called mix pop. Today, this video is called This is K-pop's Most Creative Group. And I'm pretty sure this is about 17, so let's get into it, see what he got to say.
Many K-pop groups don't actually make their own music. Instead, labels usually provide their groups with songs created by writers and producers like myself. Although that's not the case for all idols. Over the past decade, 17 has made hit after hit, winning dozens of awards.
You know something that I like about him? He know how to throw himself into the videos without it feeling like extreme promo for himself, if that make any sense. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like in the last video, he promoted his beat packs and stuff like that, but it didn't feel like he was doing promo for himself because the focus of the video was not on him.
For all idols. Over the past decade, 17 has made hit after hit, winning dozens of awards, and yet they make their own songs. What are the secrets behind 17's music production? This man's name is Lee Ji-hoon, better known as Woozi. If you didn't know, 17 has 13 members and they're divided into 3 different units. The rap line, the performance team,
bro, this song
and
was
the
so
vocal
good.
unit. And as you can tell, Woozi's in the vocal unit, except he has one other very important role. Woozi is 17's main producer. In fact, he's produced over 80% of the group's discography alongside Pyeongju, in addition to writing for other notable groups. I mean, my boy literally won Producer of the Year in 2023. He's a true professional.
I love Woozi. Woozi like
now,
that.
Make sure you remember that, and let's rewind 10 years. This is Adore You, 17's debut song. Now, turn your music brain on and tell me what that song has in common with this. I'm sure you can tell these songs all have a similar vibe. That's because they're all funky. Funk has been an essential part of 17's music over the years because of its danceability, and I mean, clearly it paid off. So, how do you create that sound? There's 3 key components. In both Adore You and Manse, the songs start off with a very prominent bass, immediately throwing us into that funky groove. So let's lay down a bass line to start off our beat.
Bro, I want to learn how to make beats, chat.
You can also add some slap bass for extra bounce. Next up is guitar, but not just any guitar, it's gotta be funky. Yeah, that's not funky enough. If I adjust the positions of these chords and then add some muted strums for syncopation, check it out now. You can also use a wah pedal for extra spice, just like they used in Manse. And finally, the cherry on top is...
Chat, this is literally an art. I think something that people don't really give a lot of credit, and this is not only in like K-pop, but in all music all over, is the producers. It's just it low-key kind of reminds me of like how like with content creation, like the big content creators, like they'll have like an editor, but like it's like you only see the face of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the people who make the beats low-key help so much in terms of music, you know what I'm saying? Even down to like the people who create and help make the choreo. Like, bro, it's so many different talented people and so many pieces that allow things to come together.
Brass. 17 uses
arguing about whose mans is who. None y'all all are lonely.
Oh,
y'all are all lonely. Stop this. Stand up, sis. It's 2025. Stand up.
Aju nice.
Achu?
Whoa.
Whoa.
First of all, I have a boyfriend. Okay, now y'all getting delusional. That's what. Now y'all just getting delusional. That's what it came to? I'm disappointed. You gotta wake up out of this psychosis. I'm gonna need you to get your therapist on the phone right now. Please, immediately. You probably thinking, no, I really do have a boyfriend. Ma'am, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to wake you up. Please.
Whoa!
So let's throw some horns into our beat. And there we have the 3 key elements behind 17's music production. But hold on a second, this is only for their funky songs, and 17 really only made songs like that for about the first 3 years after debut, so what about the other 7 years? Well, here's the thing, 17's discography is extremely diverse. We've heard their funk songs, but they also make electronic music, ballads, rock, trap, Jersey Club, the list goes on. And because of that, I thought it might be a little bit difficult to define 17's production style. But that's when it hit me. 17 as a group, more than any other group I've ever seen, makes music that embodies them. From their youthful beginnings, which encapsulated their boyhood, to an edgier sound as they grew into adolescence.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I seen when I was first getting into K-pop and I was just learning about all the different groups and I was like learning about BTS and stuff like that, people were talking about how crazy their discography is, and they were talking about how the discography reflects them as they age, you know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm low-key excited for them to come back from the military and stuff like that.
And then their transition into adulthood. The release of Home marked 4 years since their debut and their full maturity. And since then, for the past 6 years, 17 has fully been exploring their sound, always doing something fun and unique. But did you forget what I told you at the start of this video? Where has all this creativity been coming from? Who has been pioneering 17's sound? That's right. Since 2015, Uji and Pumju have developed 17 into the stars that they are today. So let's take a look at some of their secrets when making these tracks.
I didn't know about
Pay close attention to the chorus of this song. It's pretty hard, right? Now, why do you think that is? Of course, the sound selection and the hype vocals play a big role, but there's something else going on in there. Take a listen to this beat and try and predict when the chorus is going to come in. It wasn't where you thought, was it?
Nah, it wasn't.
That's called a delayed drop. Essentially, you expect the drop to follow in time with the build-up, but instead, it gets delayed by a few measures. And Wooji and Pumju love doing this. It's most noticeable in Aju Nice, where each subsequent chorus gets delayed further and further. But here's what's so cool. 17 doesn't only use delayed drops. They also use fake drops.
Thanks. This song fire.
I fully expected the hook to come in, but then the energy dropped back.
I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the songs that's on my playlist that I like a lot. Thanks.
Down, and I realized that wasn't even the pre-chorus. Home is another great example of a fake drop. Listen closely. The pre-chorus builds a lot of tension and energy, but then we get this complete drop of sound. It's almost like ASMR. Then the energy starts building again, and then finally we get that tension release, which makes the hook sound so much more satisfying. But at the same time, having that fake drop also helps keep listeners interested. Look, I've been talking about their production this whole time, which Woozi's the head of, but 17 is known more for their performances than their music. And guess what? Hoshi, the leader of the performance team, has helped to choreograph a ton of their songs. And then there's the rap line. They're one of the only groups out there where I actually look forward to hearing them rap. Vernon's deep voice is a really nice compliment to the rest of 17, who generally have higher pitched voices. Then there's Wonwoo and S-Coups with their unique aggressive tones that always bring the energy up. And Mingyu, well, you know, but it doesn't stop there. Remember how
Bro, what you mean? You know, like what you mean we know? What you mean?
Always bring the energy up. And Mingyu, well, you know,
but
it doesn't stop there. Remember how I mentioned Woozi's in the vocal unit? I haven't even talked about the other members yet. Do-kyum, Seungkwan, Josh, and Junghan have some of the best vocals I think I've ever heard in K-pop. Speaking of which, did you hear that? That's a vocal harmony, and it is essential in music.
Bro,
please bear with these terrible.
Whoever editing this dude videos is different.
That's a vocal harmony, and it is essential in music. Please bear with these terrible vocals for a second. So right now, we only have one vocal line. It sounds abysmal, but if I repeat that line in different melodies, sounds okay now. And 17 are masters at doing these vocal harmonies. All of this is to say, it's the extent to which 17's members get involved in all aspects of their craft that make them so good. You can see their talent, you can feel how much they care about what they do, And most importantly, they're having fun. I feel like there's just this amazing sense of balance and synergy when you bunch all of 17's talent together. Because at the end of the day, they're just 13 talented, hardworking, hilarious guys, and I will be waiting for the next comeback. But 17 isn't the only group with crazy vocals and performances who are always doing something unexpected. Check out this video to learn about how aespa's genius music production and songwriting helped them dominate 2024.
W video, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He make me like, I want to do videos like this in the future, bro. I gotta get my knowledge up. I feel like my knowledge not, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my knowledge not right there yet, but I like these type of videos. He edited, I don't know if he edited, but whoever edited it, they did their thing. Also, good night, Donut. Thank you for coming through.